What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. We're back on a test server today, and we're looking at more of the new champion goodies that we have access to here. Let's hop into the index and we'll check out what we have in store today's video. So Sylvan Watcher, we got a brand new Void Legendary Yncensa Grail Bearer. I'm going to say the Y is an I sound, and I'm going to call her Yncensa. So Yncensa Grail Bearer, she's a Void Legendary for the Sylvan Watchers here. Decent base stats. Speed stands out as a top-notch stat for her. Comes with some accuracy and some resistance, which is nice. HP could be a little bit higher for a support champion, but she comes with some extra attack. Obviously not ideal, but it is what it is. Maybe she can hit. Coming in here with her A1, she attacks all enemies, has a 70% chance of landing decreased attack. So it's not a 100% chance, but it's an AoE, which is pretty cool. You can definitely kit her out with something like Hex Set, for example, or Provoke Set, so she can do some extra work in Hydra. And I think that's going to be her best spot in Hydra. She also has a secondary condition here. It says, the ally with the highest crit damage also joins to attack the enemy with the lowest HP. The ally joining the attack will use their default skill. I think this is actually a really strong side note for an A1. It's just extra damage, right? Like we can all attest to how strong Lady Mikage is when paired with Oboro or Harima. Just making a support character do some extra damage is really nice. And plus it's an AoE, so it's super cool. Her A2 here, another cool thing about her A2, Fumes of the Grail, places a poison cloud. So basically we are Hydras now, but it can place a poison cloud buff, increased speed, and 2 continuous heals on one ally for 2 turns, and then fills the turn meter by 50%. That's a pretty big fill on a 3-turn cooldown. You get poison cloud, which is basically, it's a better block debuff because it basically causes weak hits. And obviously it blocks all debuffs and stuff like that. So it's a better block debuff. It's really strong. It's on a single target though. Increased speed, 2 continuous heals, really good. It's almost, I would say it's, yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I want to say it's kind of like block damage level of good, like in terms of like recovery for the champion. But it's not as good as block damage because block damage obviously completely protects them unless it's stripped. But then block damage doesn't protect against debuffs, and Poison Cloud does protect against debuffs that require a hit to not be a weak hit to place. So yeah, Poison Cloud is really good, definitely up there. 3-turn cooldown, single target, 50% turn meter is very nice. Her A3, very solid A3, 3-turn cooldown, 100% chance of placing big decreased defense and big weaken, will ignore block debuffs. That's actually pretty huge, especially if, for example, Hydra steals your block debuffs, or if the Head of Wrath places block debuffs on himself, for example. Yeah, it can definitely come in handy. I would say that this move has been power crept, and it's already on Lydia, and Lydia has basically like the GOAT version of it where she places strengthen and increased speed. So far, no champion really matches her for that. Dracomorph has a touchless one. Basically, you don't have to touch the enemy and then place it, so there's no weak hit abilities. Also, you can place it through like Poison Cloud, for example. So in this case, Yncensa won't be able to place this through Poison Cloud if the Hydra has Poison Cloud, for example. But it's still an excellent move. Overall, excellent kit here with the passive. Not insane passive, but it's a serviceable one. Increase this champion's accuracy by 10 for each buff on each enemy, so her accuracy goes up. If you're using it for PvE content, it's not going to be super relevant because you'll probably spec her out to be useful without the passive accuracy boost. Whenever an enemy receives a buff, their turn meter is decreased by 10%. Again, not going to be super useful against bosses, but will be pretty good against waves, for example. So overall, generally, she's a great champion. Comes with accuracy in all battles. Second highest accuracy aura in the game. 80 is the highest. 70 is super good. Great champion from the looks of her kit. Let's see what she can do in playtesting. All right, so here is my Yncensa. So basically, I'm going to focus her in on Hydra. I think that's her best spot. Of course, she's going to be very good in just general dungeon crawling if you need her for progression, but I'm going to try to focus her in on Hydra specifically. So I have her here in a hex set to take advantage of her A1 AoE and her A3 AoE. And I also have her set up in a merciless set, which would give her a chance to decrease the random cooldown of a skill when she's dealing damage. So this means more poison cloud, more decreased defense, and yeah, I think it's a pretty decent combo. Her AoE A1 will cover the hex very nicely, giving her extra versatility. So she is covering decreased attack, she's covering hex, she's covering decreased defense and weaken, and she also brings increased speed on one target only, but we kind of have to not really count this, so we still need to bring, for example, an increased speed champion and a decreased speed champion. But she covers some of the more important but still kind of secondary debuffs. For example, decreased defense is definitely top debuff, but weaken, it is a top debuff, but you can definitely live without it. Decreased attack, similar idea. It is a good debuff, but you can still live without it. Things you can't really live without is basically increased speed for the buff and then decreased speed for the debuff. You can't really live without that in Hydra, so you definitely still need to account for that in your team. Hex, having the hex set definitely takes some load off the rest of your team, so I think this will work out pretty good for her. Total stats on her, not the greatest. The gear is not the best. Has enough accuracy to do stuff. Has some resistance, but it's not super high enough. It needs about 100 more to be super relevant, but just kind of came with the gear. No blessings. Fully booked. She gets good value from her book, so make sure you fully book her out. In terms of masteries here, I went down the accuracy tree, extra accuracy, celerity for some turn meter, extra stats from Lore Steel, and then Hexer for increased duration of her attack down, decrease down, and weaken, and then Eagle Eye for some more accuracy. Cycle of Magic for some extra chances at her A2 and A3, and then increase lasting gifts to increase the buffs that she places with the poison cloud and all that stuff. Some bit of healing here, and her retribution for the A1 AoE. So I think it's a decent setup here. Maybe Relentless might be pretty good on her as well. Maybe Relentless Hex or Relentless Merciless would be pretty cool to basically get a lot of this Fumes of the Gale going. But let's see how she performs in Hydra. All right, so I put together this team here. It's going to be, I think it covers everything. So we have Yncensa here with the decreased defense, weaken, attack down, hex. We have Varl in for damage. We have Wukong here for damage plus the block buffs. We have decreased speed, leech, decreased accuracy from the owl. Jamail's here for torment, and then we have a cleanser, buffer, and speed up from Old Man Podrick. I think it covers everything. Let's see how it goes. I think we'll be okay. I'm actually interested to see if the poison cloud casted by Yncensa will be targeted by the Head of Mischief and how the Head of Mischief responds to that. Let's see what happens here. Should be interesting. It's always cool to test brand new mechanics, of course. All right, so let's go. What do we got here? Team up. So we're gonna go ally attack. I got a provoke set on the owl, so the provoke the owl hopefully will do the heavy lifting for the provoking. All right, so poison cloud. Here we go. Actually, let's go the AoE decrease defense first. Okay, that's pretty. I like the quick animation there. What's this? Decrease speed and leech. There's a provoke. Look at this. I love this when the debuffs start landing. It's the best. Let's see who I want to smack here with this. Let's do a big smack. Whoa, a big chunk. Varl on the test server. I pulled a 6-star. I pulled a 6-star soul from him from like 10 soul stones, and I'm like, oh my lord, I wish this happened on the live server. Just wanted to play test him here before they take it away. But let's place the poison cloud, increase speed, and then continuous heal, and then turn meter. Let's put it on Varl. Why not? Oh, look at that, so fancy. And then we're gonna do turn meter boost speed up here. We'll do a big AoE slice. Okay, so the head of... Oh, actually, we're going to watch the head of mischief here and see how the head of mischief responds to the poison cloud. Because Varl has the most buffs right now, most buffs. So the head of mischief might go after Varl, but it looks like Shimeo has 5 buffs as well. So we will see how that goes. Try to kill this guy. Oh, negative affinity. That's my bad. That's my bad there. Okay. Slice him down. Nope. He dropped his buffs at the end there. Okay. Well, maybe we'll get another opportunity. So far, Yncensa looks pretty good. I'm liking it. Brings a lot of the cool debuffs. Okay, so we got the smoke, the poison cloud again. Let's put it back on Varl. Well, that's a big chunk off. And let's kill the head of wrath. Remember, all incoming damage to him is actually weak hits now, so it's actually, yeah, it's like pretty strong protection. It's pretty strong protection for sure. Definitely pretty strong protection. Let's see here. I'm just kind of doing whatever, just waiting. I really like the animation speed on that. That's really nice. Instant. Yeah, we're just cruising. We're just cruising right now. AoE. Decrease attack. Not critical, but pretty good for a team like this, where you have Owl and Varl, which is like not super tanky champions, obviously, damage dealers. So having the decrease attack definitely helps them. Alright, so we're back with the mischief. Let's see if we can get the mischief to go after the Varl here. Look how many juicy buffs he has now. Dude, this Varl is absolute menace right now. Look at him chunking the damage off. Insane damage dealer. Alright. No question right now that Varl has the most buffs. Okay, let's see. Still no question. Okay, okay. Oh, he didn't have the poison cloud active. Did he? Damn, I have to re-see that. Because I think the head of mischief should be able to steal from Varl pretty easily, but the head of mischief does not have any buffs, so nothing got stolen. But I'm not sure if the poison cloud was on Varl. Maybe the poison cloud was not on Varl. I don't know. It doesn't... Yeah, I don't know based on what I saw. We'll have to try again. But it is interesting to see. Okay, let's try again. Poison cloud on. It's not protected, so I guess the poison cloud is stealable. But how does it work if he weak hits? If he weak hits, then shouldn't be able to steal it, right? Maybe I'm missing something here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Head of mischief targets the poison cloud clouded champion and will weak hit, meaning that they won't be able to steal the buffs. Incredible. That's awesome. This Yncensa champion is actually awesome. Yeah, I'm loving it. Great champion. Great champion. Definitely super fun for Hydra. I love the animation speeds. The animation speed makes a big difference, obviously, just for playability. But yeah, it looks really good. I don't know, really good. Really liking that poison buff. And yeah, you can bait the bait the Head of Mischief. The turn meter is awesome too because it gives your damage dealers extra turns, extra attacks, so you can deal tons of damage. Like the damage per turn on this team is actually pretty insane. You see the full turn meter there, pretty insane boost. My Varl is definitely getting lots and lots of turns. Let's see if I can chunk him. He has the protection here from being just recently spawned, so not going to do significant damage. Attack down, very good, with the Hex being applied very consistently here. I love it. Yeah, it looks good. I don't know. I'm impressed. Or maybe the build is good. I don't know. Maybe the build is good. Maybe the build is terrible, but maybe the difficulty is too easy. There's lots of things that could be said, but from this, it looks pretty good. Look at this. The Head of Mischief goes after Varl again and then weak hits him again because of the Poison Cloud. Amazing. Let's see the Head of Wrath weak hit Varl. Look at that weak hit against Varl. 3.9k damage only. Oh my lord. Oh, how does it respond to reflect damage? How does it respond to reflex damage? I guess for science. I guess he out-healed the damage. he over-healed the damage to himself. So I would probably assume that the reflect damage goes through the does not get affected by the poison cloud. Let's say that. Because I think he took like 25k damage, but then he healed for like 45 or 50k or something. Okay, back on the poison cloud. Let's get it back on Varl here. Protection. He needs it. Oh, look at that weak hit. That weak hit for sure saved him. Yeah, this is really good. The poison cloud is really good. I did a quick look at any buff spreading champions there are in the game, and I really don't think there is. There's like buff spreading for like debuff spreading, but there's no like buff spreading for your team that I could find. I think the Void Ogren, Togron. I think Togron has the buff spreading. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for the showcase here. I mean, I'm really impressed. I like this champion. I like what she brings with the Poison Cloud. It's really fun. I think this build works really well for her as well. Hex with Merciless. Yeah, I mean, this looks really fun. This looks like a good team, actually. But we'll see. We'll see. It's a little bit of a weak, like, glassy team, but seems fun. And this Varl is wrecking house. I want to keep playing with this Varl, but we'll have to give it up. We're on the tester. We're gonna have to give it up eventually. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys have a good idea of what Yncensa can do. Cool new mechanic with the poison cloud and all that. I'm impressed. I like it. I like her. If I got her, I'd probably use her. She's cool. She seems fun. She enables some cool stuff. Let's see what she does on auto, actually. Which champion she targets with the poison cloud. We didn't test that, actually. So let's see which one she targets. Coming back around here. And let's see. She prioritizes the A3, I think. Look at the damage. Okay, maybe it's not up yet, I guess. I saw her use 2 moves already, so it should be up next. This team's looking like it's rolling here. Lots of damage. This Varl wrecking house. Oh, does she not place Poison Cloud? She's definitely had opportunity to place Poison Cloud, but she has not placed it on anybody. Okay, let's see if this keeps happening. Because that's kind of curious. No presets on this team, so I didn't preset anything. Yeah, she's not placing the Poison Cloud. on full auto. Oh, that's very interesting. This is something that people should be aware of, actually. Like, yeah, she's just using her A1, and she's just using her A3, but she's not using the Poison Cloud ability. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, that's something to look into for sure. Let's end this fight and then see how much damage we actually put out here. Alright, so we have Yncensa here putting out 15 million, mainly from the Hex set. Varl with triple that damage, 45 million. Wukong doing basically nothing. Oh, you know why? Because Wukong has no gear on. Ha 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 ha. Gwendolyn doing 17. She is damage capped in provoke gear. Podrick doing no damage, and then Shamail doing whatever damage she could chip in. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. And that's an interesting note about the Poison Cloud, so... Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about Yncensa. I think she's pretty cool, like I said. And yeah, she is a Void Legendary, so we're not going to be seeing too much of her. But she looks like a pretty good champion if you do pull her. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for your time as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.